Evening people, welcome back to the channel. So tonight we've got round 9 of Next Gen versus MRC versus SIM-FX versus P1. This is the team versus team Gr3 event. We're coming from Blue Moon Bay tonight. Nice little track, short laps on this one. About 106, 107s. I did hear of a ominous 105, something 105.8. So we'll keep an eye on lap times today. Let's just flick over, see who's in. Potter McPot, Diablo, myself, GT Deli B, B-rated, L Game, PAF 46, NGR Saxo, Philo, TNR Philo, JRC 87, Dory 1988, and Rousey and Baba. So I think we flick back to old school qualifying settings. With the new qualifying sessions, it seems to evening Ryan, how you doing, mate? Yeah, with the new quali settings, it just seems to be causing all sorts of glitches. And again, once you've started quali, people can't join the lobby. So if they're a couple of minutes late, blah, you know, it's done. They can't get in. But with this format, I think they just leave it as practice for 15 minutes, and then they set the race fastest first from that practice. So I think that's how we're running it tonight. We'll see. We've got 2 races around this track tonight. First is 19 laps. I don't know how many the second race is. Oh, let's have a look. It is 28 laps. Oh, just had a bit of a crash. So yeah, quite short courses on this one, short laps. So let's jump in straight on board. Oh, we seem to have pit glitch error. Got people going backwards. Potter McPot's ended the game. He's going to restart the lobby. Come on, GT, man. It's like all the time now. We know you've got PS5 coming up soon, but Burnt Fry, evening mate, how you doing? Let's wait for Potter McPot to reopen this lobby. Some quality music for you people. I'm rocking around in my chair, just waiting for Potter. Yeah, you're right, Ryan. It's that's good to hear, Burnt Fry. I'm good, mate. Yeah, you're right, Ryan. The servers are becoming terrible. Right, here we go. Potter McPot, 3 bars on his lobby. Let's have a look. So while we're just rejoining, let me have a look at standings. Oh, that's the wrong pictures, Egypt. Right, so standings after round 8. We've got TNR Philo leading. He's on 267 points. We've got Potter McPot only 10 points behind on 257. Third place we've got Scott Barlow. He's on 197 points, so big old gap back, 70 points back from TNR Philo. Luis Marino in 4th place. He is on 192, so not a lot in between those two. Diablo's in the room. I can't see Luis Marino. So So who else? We've got L Game in 5th. He's on 189 points. So there's not a lot in it between these this bunch in the middle. They're right behind him, right behind L Game with 1 point difference. There's NGR Saxo in 6th. We've got Louis in 7th, and he's only on 178 points. In 8th place we've got JRC 87, he's on 141 points. 9th we've got Pav 46, he is on 130 points, on 110 right behind him. In 10th is B Rated. And then we jump to 11th place, that's Delhi B, he's on 94, has missed a couple of rounds, that's Delhi. We've got Big Les Kun, he's unfortunately not able to race tonight, he's working away, he's on 84 points. And then we've got Polish Magic on 50 points in 13th place, and then in 14th place we've got Rao CM Baba, not long joined this league, he's on 43 points. And then just bringing up the rear at the minute is Dory 1988. He's got 26 points. He also is quite new to this league. So that's standings up until now. Let's jump back on board then. Let's go and turn some bits on for people. Take 2, you're right. So he has stuck himself in pole position already with a 106.9 Mercedes driver. A lot of Mercedes in this league, a lot of Nissans as well. So P1 at the minute for B Rated. Pav 46 in the Aston, 106.9 for him, 2nd place. In purple sectors as well, then Pav. GT Delhi being 3rd, 106.999 for him. Rao CM Baba 4th, 107.0. The Audi, as I say, quite a new driver to this league. One of the P1 boys. JRC 87, 107.3 for him, 5th place on the grid. Yellow in 8th. This is all going to change in a second. NGR Saxo in 6th, just goes across the line with 106.4. JRC reaching to loads of position changes. This is going to be an interesting one to keep up with because these laps are pretty short. TNR Philo then chucked himself a 105.8 in Potter Pot, 106.5 for him. So just over half a second gap between those two at the minute. Championship contenders, the pair of them. This time's got better, 106.6 from that 106.9. Keep an eye on him, see what he does down here. He was coming in the pits, he was just getting behind TNR's Philo, I think, for a bit of a tow. It's 107.1, so not as good as his last two. He's gone faster than B Rated now though on that 106.9. Delhi still in 5th. Rao Cien pushing to 6th. Diablo 7.2 for his fastest, 108.4 on that last lap though. NGR Saxo on to fast 107.4 for his fastest. Dory in 9th at the minute, 108.7. LK, he's in 10th as it sits, 125.8. Like he is just rolling around, not wearing his tyres out, burning a bit of fuel. JRC then, he's bringing the pack at the minute. He's been out and back in. one of the shorter courses, this one. So 106 for TNR Philo, 105 on lap 2. Just losing the back end of that this end through there. Time down from a 106.5 to 106.3. Still just under half a second gap between those two though. JRC just taking his time. Kabloom, massive great darksmoka sticker. Massive great Excite sticker. Shout out to the sponsors, so just as we were talking about it, the Excite logo on the back of JRC 87's car, down the side there. I'm not seeing the DAE logo anywhere on his car, that's a bit of a shame. Ooh, just see Dory spinning off in the background. Have a quick look at Potomac Pot's car, so he's carrying the red Excite logo. Shout out to Excite for sponsoring Next Gen. Next Gen are also sponsorship with GT Amiga, Thrustmaster and David Appleby Engineering. I'll put links in the description below. Big shout out to the David Appleby boys. They hosted us at Donington Park, Potter myself. Very nice of them too. So with it. Going in the pits. Alright. I was going to go for a lap with him, but let's see if anyone is near. Let's go around for a lap with Diablo. So around this long left-hander, full tilt now down this straight. Across the line now. 6.8 for Diablo, 6th place for him at the minute. We'll stick with him. So down into this infield section of the track, you can see where the track changes from one to the other. Different cameras really can unsettle the car. You've got to be really careful on the gas brakes through these sections. This one as well, there might be a few corner cuts through there. Easy to pick up a penalty through that right-hander, just cutting that chicane a bit too much. Hard on the brakes for this hairpin. Again, careful not to run it out too wide, easily done. And on the brakes hard again for this double apex. Back on the power. Just a little lift through here. Again, if you put it wide, easy to smash into the wall, lose a lot of time. He is just cruising now. So looks like he's coming in the pits, but that is a lap on board with Diablo. So we're 10 minutes into quali. Let's just have a quick run through the field again. TNR Philo is currently holding P1 still. Not managing to better that 105.8 at the minute. His closest has been 106.2. Again, just chucked himself into second. 106.3 for him. Two Nissan drivers up front. Potomac Pot in third place. 106.3 for him. Path 46 not that far behind. 106.5. You can see how much it unsettles that Aston as he comes through there. Back up onto the outfield section of the track. And cuts back into the infield now. That's a good looking car, Pav. So he is rocking the David Appleby logo. Blue right on the rear bumper right in the middle. He's got the GT Amiga, the Excite. He is rocking the Fanatec sticker, but we won't go into that. There might be a Thrustmaster one on there, but so 4th place Pav, be rated in 5th. Diablo still in 6th. GT Delhi B 7th. Sorry, JRC 87th. 7th. A bit of damage as well. The damage is on strong on this. So if they do damage the car, it does mean they have to come into the pits. If it is set to light, it does repair itself as it goes round. But with this this setting, it doesn't. It definitely means a trip to the pits. It depends what damage it is. If it's a little bit of aero, it's not too bad. If it's engines or suspension or anything like that, transmission, well, you've got to. So 8th place at the minute for GT Delhi. Still rocking that number plate RC. That one. RCM Baba in 9th at the minute in the Audi. RC done a 1070, not managing to better that. That was lap 2. NGR Saxo 1072 for him, 10th place on the grid. And Dory 1080. That's quite early on as well. Oh, he's got a 106. He's got 1069 there, but it's not counted. Lap 7 for some reason. Penalised maybe. So as I say, one of the new P1 drivers is Dory, as is Rousey and Baba. TNR Feeder has put in another 105, then a 105.7. The fastest lap, over half a second quicker than L Game. Let's see what he does on this one. 106.0. About a quarter of a second slower than Philo at the minute. Not a whole lot of fuel. He's only got 2 minutes really. This lap and one more possibly. With this that outside wall, I can see it. So let's just game, just slow it down. Then decided not to 1060. Decided not to stop that one. Then TNR Philo still out on track. We are over the 15-minute mark, so we've sort of not got a run period. I think Pot's probably just going to pull over and start the race. On a quick lap or not. Does sound good, the Mercedes. It's half a second slower at the minute. So positions looking like TNR Philo, L Game, Pot in 3rd, Pav 46 in 4th, be rated in 5th, RCM Baba 6th, Diablo in 7th, JRC 87 in 8th, GT Delhi B in 9th. That's a good shot. NGR Saxo in 10th place, Dory in 11th. We are missing a few drivers tonight. Louis can't be here, unfortunately. He's under some serious life pressure, but a big shout out to him anyway. I'm sure he might get time to watch the stream back, so yeah, shout out to Louis, man. We're all kind of thinking of you and get in touch. Under some pressure, need to talk, you know where we are. Race then. Pot's ghosting then, yeah, so we are going to start the race any second. So we start with a full tank of gas in this first race. Obviously B-rated, just getting it a bit wrong into that last corner. And they can use any tyres between racing soft and racing hard. There are 2 lobbies open tonight, so it's a bit bizarre. So there is a Pro and a Pro-Am lobby of this series, hosted by Next Gen, may I say. So we've got the Pro boys here tonight, and the Pro-Am boys. It's not streamed. I'm lying to you. Been lying to you for weeks. It's going to be post-race recorded and have a review done by CJW. I'll put a link in the description to his channel. So we already know the start order. Why is it not giving me a picture of the lights? So the revs are up. I can't see lights on there. B-rated doesn't get a good start. Diablo has to make avoiding moves to get past him. Pot is making moves on TNR Philo already. Inside into T1, so Pot taking TNR Philo and L game into T1. Potter had a good start. L game in second. Philo, they're not having the best starts in third place. A little bit of pressure from Pav as well. Top 4 just making a little break from B-rated behind. Diablo's giving B-rated some pressure in 6th. SIM-FX 7th. GT Delhi B 8th. NGR Saxo 9th. Just looking to go around the outside of Dory. He'll have the inside through this next one. It does do. Dory down in 10th, then JRC 87 in 11th. So back to the front. Pot, he's got 1.1 second lead already. Pav's got past L game. The Nissan's a quick car in a straight line. He's closing the gap on Pot. That's a good view down there. So close that gap right up then down to less than just half a second. Still holding P1, just extending that gap a little bit over TNR Philo. So Jonathan in it still between the top 4. 5, 6, 7 are all pretty close as well. So Diablo, a little bit of pressure from Rousey and Baba, just got a bit squirrely out that corner there. NGR Saxo looks like he's closing the gap on GT Delhi B. GT Delhi B is going for a move down the inside on Rousey and Baba. Takes that place off him into 7th. Baggy, evening mate, how you doing? No, that's fine, brother, that's fine. Pot is off to a flying start, mate. Look, Rousey and Baba's going for a dive. Oh my god, let's see if that stays on track. Oh, what a move by Rousey and Baba. Like a 3-lane manoeuvre off the motorway, that thing. Pot then, so he's had that gap closed by TNR Philo as they come into the hairpin. Potter going defensive already. Side by side coming through there. That's got a good drive through that corner, that Nissan. So is Philo going to have the inside line for this corner? He is a little bit. Pot's managed to keep that place off him. Philo's right on his rear bumper then as they come around this last corner onto the start-finish straight. So less than a quarter of a second as they come around that last turn. Just keeping an eye on this. Elgame got back past Pav as well. Pav's going for a move though. So TNR Philo looking down the inside of Pot into the first turn. He's got in front of him. See, it totally unsettles those cars coming through there. Elgame back into 3rd, then Pav into 4th, B-Rate is still holding 5th, Diablo in 6th, GT Deli Beast back into 7th. NGR Saxo's got back past Rousien Babalo, Rousien back into 9th, JRC in 10th, got past Dory now. Dory's right on his rear bumper, giving him some serious pressure. Oh, JRC running a little bit wide through there. Coming to this hairpin. Potomac Pot has just jumped back up into 1st place. He's gained another second over TNR Philo, who's under pressure from L-Game now, jumped into 2nd place. That was a good move by L-Game. Looks like, he's hit Warlow. He's going to give Philo and Pav a bit of a run on him. He's going to jump into the slipstream of Philo as he's going quicker, but able to stick with him. So Pav 46 going for a move on L-Game as well, so L-Game might lose a couple of places down here. TNR Philo's kept that 2nd place. Brave L-Game. TNR Philo's got a move on the inside going though. L-Game looking to come straight back at him. So close coming through there. That's a good shot. Potomac Pot then, still holding P1. TNR Philo back up into 2nd. Position 2, 3 and 4 all fighting for position, is allowing Potomac Pot to disappear up the road a little bit. He's got a 2-second gap. The Nissans are coming. TNR Philo's at the head of this pack. L-Game right behind him. Happily just over half a second back in 4th. Having a good race at the minute. Rated still holding 5th, just 1.8 seconds back from Pav 46. GT Deli B in 6th, let's say B-Rated in 6th, B-Rated in 5th, GT Deli B in 6th. 1.3 seconds back from B-Rated. Now seeing Baba up into 7th now, then got past Diablo and Saxo. So his race starting to come together for Raoul. Saxo in 8th then. Diablo pretty close, just half a second back. JRC has still got Dory clamped onto his rear bumper. So they come out the hairpin pretty close. Both get a good run out. Dory's looking like he thought he was going for a move down the inside. He's got to run down the outside though. Little bit of contact. JRC just letting him know he's there. You're not having that place that easily, mate. Both of them keeping it off the wall as well. So a good bit of driving from the pair of them. So back up to the race lead. Potomac Pot is holding that lead, but that gap come down again to less than a second now. TNR Philo having a storming run. He's made up 1.4 seconds on L-Game. Has made a bit of time over Pav 46, so just proving those Nissans aren't quick in a straight line, being able to close all that time down on Potter. B-Rated still holding that 5th to make any time up on Pav. GT Deli B looks like he's on the hunt for B-Rated. As I say, he's missed a couple of rounds as GT Deli, but he's back now. Looks like he's back with a bit of a vengeance as well. We're a bit close though. So Rail's race starting to come together. There's only 19 laps for this one, and then we jump into the 2nd race on the first grid of 28. Yes it is. Potomac Pot then on that gap brought down even further. TNR Philo putting him under some serious pressure now. Game again, just closing that gap down. He's just jumped into over a second now. He's got that down to less than a second. Just back down to less than a second. Coming down quickly as well as we head down towards this hairpin. Not quite close enough this one. Almost out braking himself as well there. Pav, you saw the Aston squirreling around as he came into that hairpin, looking to knock to crash into the back of L-Game, but good driving Pav. He's right on the back bumper of L-Game then as they come down into this last left-hander onto the start-finish straight. He's keeping it off the wall. Rated, looking like he might have just taken some paint off that car. Delhi has brought that gap down less than a second between these two now, 0.8 of a second. NGR Saxo now 3.6 seconds back. Made a bit of a gap over Diablo as well in 8th, 2.4 seconds back from Diablo from Saxo. JRC 3.1 back from this fight. Dory still clamped on him, looking like he's going for a move, taking that place off him. Bagger in the pits going for, he's got damage. Fresh racing softs. So fresh tyres for Raoul. Let's see where that brings him back out. Ultimate Pot then still holding P1. TNR Philo still on him. Lost a bit more time. Pav still in a bit of a fight. Rated to close that gap on these two. Oh, he's smashed into the wall though. So GT Delhi B's. Oh, GT Delhi. Oh, he's got damage. He's got masses of damage. So he's struggling to even control that car at the minute as they go around corners and things. You can see front end damage, engine damage, wheels, suspension damage. He'll definitely have to come into the pits. It's not a bad time though. So Pot and TNR Philo still at it. Still that half a second gap. It was L-Game that put the 205.8 in, but we did see Philo put it 205.7 on quali. Nearly lost the back end of that Nissan. Both of these drivers holding plenty of fuels. Tyres starting to degrade pretty quickly on the Nissan. Potter's holding those tyres a little bit better than TNR Philo, but Philo's been under some pressure from L-Game, having to defend from him, so that's caused that. You can see that gap coming down with the slipstream and the pace of that Nissan. Potter just thinking out, making TNR Philo think he's going defensive. He has gone a little bit. Made Philo go around the outside. So a lot of drivers coming in, then NGR Saxo B-rated. Coming in the pits. Side by side, then TNR Philo and Potter. Potter just running a little bit wide on the grass. It's going to slow him down a little bit into this hairpin. TNR Philo's got the inside line into this one. Will Potter be able to get the switch back on him? Not quite. TNR Philo just holds his car right on the apex there. Potter's now got the inside line into this one. Just shuts the door on TNR Philo as they come around into this last corner. Some good racing going on here between Potter and Philo. Philo just catching the wall. Not enough to slow him down though. He's a lot closer on this lap. So L-Game has made a break from Pav. He's got 2.3 seconds over Pav. Pav just come in the pits then. B-rated, still holding 5th place. A little bit of damage. But see whether he decides to come in for that. Probably not. He might race to the end. Saxo in 5th then. He has been in the pits. Racing softens half a tank of fuel. That should do him to the end. Diablo in 7th. Not far off Saxo now. Dory up into 8th, yet to pit. 8th place at the minute. Rousey and Baba, he was holding damage earlier. He pit quite early, and it looks like he's been in again. So 9th for Raoul at the minute. JRC been in the pit also. 10th place for him as it stands. We'll do some lap times. So GT Delhi B's just come in, holding 11th place on the grid. In the race. That's what I'm talking about, Mags. that kind of stuff. Get on it. I want to get back racing. Let's get better. Let's stop messing about. TNR Philo has jumped past Potter now. So we can see that move. Potter's not letting him go, so better on his tyres still, Potter. He's doing better on fuel as well. Going to the end. Can he do 6 laps and some burnt out? He's got the inside line on TNR Philo. You can see how squirrely these cars are getting now. The tyre wear is starting to kick in. Philo just catching the wall. That's going to give Potter a bit of a look. He's holding it down the inside, not giving Potter as much room. A bit of contact between those two drivers. Pushing him down the track. He's gone wide. Will he get a better run out? Philo just shutting the door on him as he head up to the wall. Potter's got a good line into there. Although he got the inside line, I thought they were side by side coming through there. Still nothing in between these two. L-Game closing that gap on them as well. Down to 3.4 seconds. Right-hand side tyres are absolutely battered though. So Pav still holding 4th then with a pit stop, so 11.7 seconds off back of L-Game. L-Game getting to pit unless he's going to the end. B-Rated still in 5th, closing the gap on Pav 46. NGR, Saxo and Diablo are starting to come back at them as well. That gap come down between Diablo and Saxo, less than a second between those two. Yes, you can get a big shout out to Stewie Mack. Just jump on to Rouse CN. Currently in 8th place, just clipping the wall. JRC 9th. Dory in 10th now. He has pit GT Delhi B down in 11th, but so we've got a lot of damage. He's got 5 laps, well 4 laps now to try and get back some positions. So jump back into the front TNR Philo, then he's made a bit of a gap over Potter. 7 seconds, so as Potter, Potter's lost some time to L-Game as well, so the tyre wear starting to really play an effect now. All these drivers struggling to accelerate out of these corners without the back end getting a bit loose. Any of these top drivers coming to pits. Philo's stopping out. He's extending that gap over Potter McPot as well. 2.2 seconds that gap. Potter McPot got about the same behind to L-Game 2.1. All 3 of the top drivers not pit. So B-Rated has decided to stop out without damage. It's causing him a bit of pressure. He's losing time to NGR, Saxo and Diablo behind. 8th place for him, just out on his own. 5 or 6 seconds either side of him. So just 3 laps remaining. And that gap down between Dory and GT Delhi B as well. It's coming down pretty quick, so Dory's going to be looking to hold on to this place from GT Delhi. Driver GT. So half a second then between these two. He's looking like he's going for a move. No, a little bit too far back. He's kept the position though. Dory has been decent, kept it wide. He's keeping the car as wide as he can through that hairpin. And then keeping the inside line for that one as well. But Delhi was going to run up next to him, but he just got a wheel on the grass, slowed him down a bit. He's got another good run out here though. second between Dory and GT. We'll get the move done before the turn 1. He's going for it. He's got the inside. Dory's got the run out. He'll have the inside line for the next corner. Both these drivers keeping it very clean then through there. That's a couple of position changes back and forth, and no contact between them. That's good to see. Apologies, but GT Delhi went sliding into Dory then for a second. He has lost a bit of time. So Philo's tyre is absolutely battered. He's on lap 18. Will he get one more lap out of that fuel? Potter McPot doing loads better on fuel. If TNR Philo has got this wrong, he may have to come into the pits just to finish his lap. As I say, Potter McPot holding plenty of fuel, L-Game holding plenty of fuel, all the rest of the guys in pit. Pits. Is he going to brave it? He is. He's got his strategy worked out then. His fuel lights flashing. Maybe doing a little bit of fuel saving on this last lap. That gap to 2.7 seconds. Losing a bit more time than Potter McPot. Mercedes does really struggle when its tyres are gone. Especially in those off-camber sections where it unsettles the car. Still holding P2, Potter. He's had a good race. He's holding P1 for an awful lot of the race. He's just had that place nicked off him by TNR Philo. L-Game's had a good race as well. He's decided not to pit. So we will just stick with TNR Philo. That Nissan is at the end of this race. So it comes around the last corner then, still holding about a 3-second gap over Potter McPot. Absolutely ran his fuel perfectly. If you look there, he's literally probably going to run out now. That's him run out of fuel just there. Potter McPot has decided to handbrake it over the line for third. L-Game has decided to handbrake it over the, for second. L-Game's decided to handbrake it over the line for third. A bit of swervy and a bit of a handbrake for Pav as well for fourth. NGR 6 again past B-rated then for fifth. It's a good move for him. Sixth place for B-rated, seventh place for Diablo. Ralcian Baba not making it across the line. Losing a place to JRC. JRC just sneaking through there in 8th place. Ralcian Baba losing a place. What's going on? Is it the wrong start line? 9th place for him. Dory in 10th. And GT Delhi B didn't manage to get past Dory. So 11th place for GT. So TNR Philo gets pole position, fastest lap and the victory. He's a quick guy. We've got people reversing. So that was race 1. We're going to have about a 10-minute break, I would assume, and then we jump into race 2, 28 laps. We start with half a tank of fuel. We can use any tyres between racing softs and racing hards. Am I right on that? I should know by now. I am right. I do know. Season, L-Game held fastest lap round here. 106.1. chat. That was a good race, Pav. I nearly said my own name. Rauschstein. What was he doing, Ryan? What was he doing? Tell him. I don't know whether he saw the wrong finish line or whether he decided to brag the handbrake and it just, instead of spinning around and like pirouetting across the line, it just gripped and smashed him into the wall. I don't know. Wow. Oh, L game, that could be a sign. L game just popping up on the PlayStation chat there saying that his wedding ring came off mid-race. The Irish are all superstitious and stuff like that. But yeah, some good racing between TNR, Philo and Potter McPotts. For the first few laps there was a good fight for first place, including Pav and L game as well. Only just off the back of that little fight for a while. Just getting snipped at the end by NGR Saxo. And then yeah, Raoul getting, well, I don't even know. Pav 46, I think he's commenting on the incident where I saw him going squarely into the hairpin and nearly taking L game out. He's just popped up on the chat and said, "You nearly, oh yeah, it is, yeah. You nearly lost your virginity into the hairpin. You almost did. Would have been sideways Aston." So they do have to use, Potter's just popped it up on the chat, they do have to use 2 different compounds of tyre for this second race. There's no sticking it out on the racing soft, you cheat. You've got to change tyres. So wets all round. Don't remember people, or don't forget people, there's an update tomorrow. Some maintenance fix, probably to fix the Spa glitch where everyone's cheating on the last chicane, and this crappy qualifying session and the crappy servers. Damn you, polyphony, whatever you're called, polyphony. Fix your servers. I want to hoover through them, make them run a bit cooler or something. So nobody's telling me how long we're having unless I've missed it in the chat, because it's, let's have a look. As Potter said, usually give a bit of a time. What do you mean, what chicane cheat? No one told me, mate. I'm telling you, get on Spa. The last chicane, you can literally drive across the grass and then across the bumps and stuff. It's mental, and you don't pick up any penalty at all. I saw Jamie J doing it in Monday Minis, just blasting straight across that chicane. What's going on? No penalties? No, he wasn't picking up a penalty, but he seemed to be the only guy doing it. But then it's come out in on GT Planet that yeah, there's a glitch on it where loads of people are cheating. So I'm not sure whether the update is something to fix that. So get in the lobby and cheat while you can. Okay, so Potter saying race 2 will start at 21:25. 5 minutes of waffle. What I also need to do is charge that up. Blam. On it. Well, got to take your advantages where you can. Listen, right? He came last, so with the cheating, without the cheating, it made no difference, did it? But now you lot all know about it. Use it. Until tomorrow about 4 AM. Then it'll be gone probably. A couple of drivers just out on track. Pot is in the lobby settings right now, changing all up. I'm kind of his backup eyes and ears to make sure he does it right. Not that he does it wrong. I am actually racing Saturday night. If people want to tune in for that, that's going to be a swear fest. It's the Continental Cup set up by the P1 boys. It's 4 different races, so we've got 3 heats. I can't remember the tracks now. Baggy, maybe you could pop them up. I don't know who's hitting Raoul. I didn't see who hit Raoul. Yeah, there's 4 different races. There's 3 heats with random grids. And then the final at Spa. I'm racing for Team Asia. I did say Team Japan the other day, but it's Team Asia. I'm racing in the Lexus. So it's against Europe and America. I can't remember what the Americans are driving. Probably something with bed springs or something. Can't be good. So yeah, that's going to start at 9 o'clock. I am actually back tomorrow for for P1's Mazda Manic Madness. It's always crazy racing in those Mazdas. They always have the lobby set up with the slipstream on strong, so there's no getting away. It's side by side action, position changes left, right and centre. There are 2 lobbies. There are a Sunday lobby and a Thursday lobby. So I commentate over both of those, and then I do the Monday minis as well for next gen. I'll prestate on Mondays, and then this. But yeah, Saturday's going to be swear fest. I've missed some racing. All I've done is commentated since GTTC's finished, which has been a bit of I needed something, and this just happened to pop up, so I'm racing. There you go. There's the 3. Is that the 3 rounds? Well, where's the final at? I thought there was 3 rounds and a final, Baggy. Baggy's saying Monza, Bathurst and Spa, but here we go. Potter changing the settings then. What we got? 28 laps, yes. 90 seconds, yeah. Yeah, tyres are the same as race before. 50 litres of fuel, yes. Reverse grid, yes. Yeah, I'm sure Spa was the final. Bags. It was Monza, I know it was Monza, Bathurst, and Interlagos. I think was it Interlagos? I think was the 3rd round. Which I don't like. Don't mind Monza. Don't mind Bathurst. To track, Potter's saying, that's almost like superhero-esque. Yeah, Interlagos. Just said it back, late. lobby, get on track. We'll start with this reverse grid race. Hunter has done it. Right, so race 2 then, 28 laps. Reverse grid feature race. Diablo in P1, Dory in P2, Raul in P3, JRC in P4, Diablo P5, B-rated P6, NGR Saxo P7, Pav 46 P8, L-Game P9, Potomac Pop P10, and TNR Philo in P8. What are you talking about? P11. Why did I say 8? I have no idea. So they're off. That's not a great start from NGR Saxo. He's under a bit of pressure. GT Delhi B, he's under some pressure from Raul Cien Baba. Get up the top there. Damn game. Hold out though, he's still holding that P1. Raul has taken second place. Diablo's up into third, under a bit of pressure from JRC, a little bit of contact from those two drivers. Dory manages to get past JRC, then up into fourth for Dory. Potomac Pot's into sixth already, getting past Pav 46 L-Game. Saxo B-rated, he's had a good flying first couple of corners as Potter up into sixth. Pav 46 in seventh, then NGR Saxo pushed down into eighth, L-Game ninth, TNR Philo in 10th, then B-rated now bringing up the back of the pack in 11th. So as we just round off the first out lap, holding a 1.2 second lead over Raul Cien in second. He's under loads of pressure from Diablo. He's going through a bit of an inside line as Raul. He's run himself quite wide though. Slapped Diablo pretty much next to him into this next corner. He's just had to back out through that one. Under some pressure then Raul. It's going to allow GT Delhi B just to run down the road a little bit. He's got 1.5 second gap. Pot then right on the back of JRC, under pressure though from Pav 46. Pav 46 and Potomac Pot and Pav had a bit of contact. JRC's gone backwards. He span round coming out the hairpin. I don't think there was contact between any drivers. And now sitting down in 11th, so an absolute snake running around this track at the minute. So GT Delhi B then still holding P1, 1.4 seconds out front. Raul Cien has managed to drop Diablo a little bit. Potomac Pop is going for a move on him. Fourth, going to take that third place. He's got the inside line. Pav's looking for a move as well. It could be Noi. No, all drivers keeping it clean through there. NGR Saxo's in sixth place, right on the back of us for this fight. Pot then up into third, getting past Diablo. Pav looking to make moves on him as soon as possible as well. Almost pushing him down the track. Then NGR Saxo in sixth at the back of that little fight. L-Game's got through the pack a bit into 17 off. Philo's pushed his way through as well into 8th. Being rated back up into 9th. He was sitting at the back of the pack, but he's managed to get past JRC, spinning round. And Dory's now 3.8 seconds off the back of this fight. So no damage or anything for Dory. May have just had a bit of a moment. GT Delhi B's had that gap closed then by Raul Cien Baba. Potomac Pot is flying down this track looking to hunt down Raul Cien and GT Delhi. Cien holding fastest lap. Oh, he's 7-1 at the minute. Pot and Pav 46 still pretty close. Diablo under more pressure from NGR Saxo behind. L-Game and TNR Philo then. These guys might end up fighting it out for position unless they just work together to get their way through the pack. Start trying to hunt down Potter and Pot. Pav 46 has just got past Potter. Potter's got the inside line to the next hairpin though. So just keeping that place from Pav. Right on his rear bumper as they come into this that last corner onto the start-finish straight. Slowly, Pot might not keep this place down here. He's gone a little bit defensive again though, as Potter. Didn't take that third for a brief second round there, but Potter keeping that inside line. Just having the better run into this corner. Under some pressure though. That's allowing NGR, Saxo, Diablo, L Game and B rated to close the gap. That was GNR Philo. Looks like he's been in the pits. Fresh set of tyres. He's holding damage. Straight past Dory now. We're back up into 9th place for him. JRC. So he's also been in the pits for a fresh set of racing mediums, full tank of gas. He'll be going for as long as possible with that. To lap 5 and 28 already. Just about to start lap 6. GT Delhi's got 1.9 second gap over Rousey and Baba. Onto the part of Pav 46, then Pav 46 going to the inside line, then through here. Just keeping the power on though. Managing to keep that place. These guys should be working together to catch up with Raoul and GT. GT's making a bit of a break for it. He's 2.5 seconds up the road. He's got clean air as well. Now he's not getting involved in fights. He'll be able to stick his quali laps. Evening, Sean. How you doing, mate? So yeah, he's having a good run at the minute. His GT is 2.3 seconds out in front. And Rousey and Baba, he's had that gap close to a second then between himself and Potter. He's still dragging Pav with him, half a second back to Pav. NGR Saxo's right on the back of this fight now. He's just over half a second back to Pav. L Game, he's slowly catching him. Game there, 106.5. Interesting ride through there, L Game. So B rated kind of out on his own, 3.5 seconds in front of L Game and 5.6 back to TNR Philo. Philo up into 8th, then he's managed to get past Diablo as well. Damage shouldn't affect him too much. He's down in 9th, Dory in 10th. So JRC down in 11th at the minute. He is on racing mediums, so they will last an awful long time compared to the guys out on softs. So the gap come down between GT Delhi and Raoul. Looks like GT Delhi's had a bit of an incident. So there's a 5-car train running down here then. Pot close that down with less than half a second to Raoul now. Pav pretty much pushing Potter around the track. Looks like they are doing just that, working together to close the guys in front. And Baba now, Potter and Pot just getting a bit squirrely out of that hairpin. So there is less than just over a second between the top 4, less than a second now. NGR Saxo just clipping the ball. Delhi got the best run out that corner. He's not far off. He's coming in the pits. Yeah, he wasn't too far off running out of fuel. SIM-FX then. Just holding on to that P1. Pot's going for a lunge down the inside though. Will he be able to keep this place? So he has got P1 and he is taking the inside line into that corner. So a good move by Potter there, up into P1 for him. Again, these boys will all be coming into the pits at any second. SIM-FX under pressure. Pav now going down the inside into the hairpin. Raoul's had to just run himself wide. Plenty of room there, Raoul. That was a bit of a wide move, but down into third then for Raoul. That's a bit of a shame for him. He was having a good run. So NGR Saxo then promoted to fourth at the minute. Let's just see whether these boys do come in. Pot's taking the right inside line. No, he's staying out. Pav's staying out. No, Pav is not staying out. Raoul stayed out. NGR Saxo stayed out. Be rated. NGR TNR Philo up into fifth then. Looking for a move on B rated. He's got that position done easily down the start finish straight. So up into fourth for him. Holding quarter of a tank on the racing softs. He has been in the pits early. I think he was holding damage. He's putting in purple sectors as well. So let's just chuck ourselves back up to the front. Pot with a 2.1. Just come down 2 second lead over Raoul SIM-FX. He's just climbing again though. So NGR Saxo third. TNR Philo fourth. Be rated fifth. GT Delhi B been in the pits, back out in sixth. Pav 46 back out in seventh after pits. Not long been in 8th place for him. JRC, 3/4 of a tank on the racing mediums, plenty of life left in those. Dory been in the pits as well, 10th place for him, and L Game also been in the pits, so 11th place for L Game at the minute. So looks like the top boys are starting to come into the pits. Potter and Raoul SIM-FX are both in the pits. Let's just keep our eye on, is it Pav 46? And start finish straight. So that is Pav 46 is behind GT Delhi B. Okay. NGR Saxo is currently holding P1 in this race. Yet to pit. He's played this strategy right as well. Just managed to eke that extra lap out. So around the last corner then, he actually run out of fuel before he hits the pits. TNR Philo's going to initially take top spot. So that is NGR Saxo just peeling off to go in the pits. Look at TNR Philo's car there. First place for him at the minute. He's running out of fuel fast. And then back up into second through the pits. Potter third, GT Delhi fourth, Pav 46 in fifth. I'm going to jump to Pav 46. NGR Saxo into sixth then, not far off of Pav 46. So 20 seconds Pav's got from P1 at the minute. TNR Philo. They've got 2.2 second deficit, 2.3 second deficit over Raoul SIM in second. It's 14.6 seconds back from Philo. So Philo is in the pits now. Let's keep an eye on these boys, see where they come out in relation to him. Just play his pit strategies a bit differently, does TNR Philo, but he's had to come in early in this race, so we'll see where that brings him out. So he's just coming out at the end of the pits. These boys will be at full race pace. Will he keep? He has done. So he's stuck in half a tank then, and he's out on the racing softs. lot more fuel. GT Delhi B having a good race up into 4th. Was leading this race earlier. But, he's just been put under some pressure from these guys in front. He's not that far off Potter McPart. You can just see him going around that hairpin there. Pav 46 is closing the gap on him though. Made a bit of a break over NGR Saxo, 2.3 seconds the gap between those two. Diablo's 4.2 seconds back from him. There's a little bit of pressure from B-rated. Has he just got past B-rated? B-rated just clipping the wall. JRC 9th. Looking pretty warm though. 10th at the minute, big quarter of a tank. Dory down in 11th. So a lot of work to do for Dory. He's nearly 13 seconds back from L-Game. So TNR Philo then extending his gap 4.5 seconds over Potter McPart. He's managed to get past Rousey and Baba. To close the gap on TNR Philo. These two are championship contenders. Only 10 points in it between these two. 3 more rounds after tonight. And the final being the Enduro, it's double points, so everything to play for. So GT Delhi B then still a little bit of pressure from Pav. And Baba down there. Has closed that gap a little bit though. NGR Saxo being dropped off a little bit more. Diablo 4.1 back. He's managed to extend that gap over B-rated. JRC keep it on track. Section coming off that fast start-finish straight onto the infield section. The out is not too bad, you've just got to not smash into the wall, but the infield, if you don't get it right. So Game then taking a tight line through that corner. 10th place for him at the minute in this race. Pumping him out of the back there. So the gap extended a little bit between TNR Philo and Potto. It's gone up about 0.2, 0.3 of a second just through that last little section. That is growing as well. So a lot of work to do for Potto if he's looking to close the gap. He will take TNR Philo when Philo has to come into the pit. Whether Potter can go to the end of this race on the fuel he's got, I don't know. He may have to pit, lose that place straight back. TNR Philo extending his gap the way he is. He might be able to eke that out and get enough time to get in the pits and back out before Potter's takes the place off him. He has put in a fastest lap of 105.5. Flipping it, Philo, stop messing about. His lap before was at 105.5 as well. He's had a couple. Lap 9's at 105.5, lap 13, lap 14. Got started at 105.8. So mostly 106s. So you can see why TNR Philo is just able to extend that gap. But making breaks on Rousey and Baba. He's got 6 seconds over Raul. GT Delhi B's closed the gap on him. Pav is still on the back of GT Delhi. Just waiting for his opportunity then, Pav, by the look of it. Race so far, these guys. No incidents, no Nothing for anyone to moan about that I've seen. So there's Diablo closing the gap on NGR Saxo 2.6, 2.5. He's a bit. So both drivers in the same car. Though. So yeah, he's making moves. He's made a couple of seconds over B rated on that last couple of laps. JLC's back in the pits. Yeah, his tyres were pretty battered. L-Game's back in the pits as well, back out on racing softs. Right behind JRC then, 2.3 seconds. I'm sure L-Game to make grounds on him. Both driving the same car. It's already come down 0.1 of a second. He's a quick guy, his L-Game. So yeah, that gap coming down between those two. We'll keep our eye on that. Jump back up to the front. So TNR Philo then extending that gap 7.6 seconds. In the next couple of laps looking at that fuel. Just holding plenty, just over half a tank. A bit of wear on those softs. We will spend less time in the pits if he's holding this much fuel. I'm just making a bit of a break from GT Delhi and Pav. 1.3 seconds, 1.4 seconds. Slightly different lines. GT Delhi just running a bit wide. Pav 46 having a good run out of that corner. So will he look to do his sneaky move into the hairpin? Is he close enough? He's close enough. He is. Not quite close enough. He didn't want to take GT Delhi B's virginity either then. Happy with L Games. So Diablo been back in the pits then, so being taken again by B rated. Holding half a tank. I don't know whether that'll take him. Might take him to the end. We'll see. Just coming to the around Sierra Baba. So fresh set of races, softs and Raul down into 5th through that. Pot is back up into 1st then. TNR Philo's been in the pits. He's holding just under half a tank of fuel. Fresh set of racing softs. Ultimate Pot just coming around the last corner then. So that move not quite working for TNR Philo. But if I was Potter McPart, I would have come in the pits right there. Enough fuel on, you'd have been in there for seconds. Fresh tyres, Bosch straight out on the back of Philo, pressurising him. 1 lap fresher tyres. That time coming down between Potter better on Philo, 3.5 seconds, it was 4.1. The tyres on that Mercedes looking worn out. So GT Gr3 then still holding third spot. 46 been back in the pits, fresh set of race and softs for him. So will GT decide to come in? Is he on the mediums? So they won't wear out anywhere near as quick as the softs. Whether it'll lose him loads of time near the end of the race is yet to be seen. Down in 7th then. Oh, he's had a bit of an incident, he's holding front end damage. He did come out of the pits in a better position. He just came out in front of NGR Saxo if I remember rightly, but now holding front end damage. So he may have to pit again. He's decided against it, he's going to run with it. He's going to watch he doesn't lose this place to Diablo though. Gap coming down between those two drivers. Hellgame has managed to get past JRC. He's got a considerable gap over him as well, 4.5 seconds. And he's closing the gap on Diablo as well, 6.8 seconds that gap. So back up to the front. Ultimate pot then, TNR Philo's right on it, 1.1 seconds. Potter's tyres looking absolutely battered then. Come in. He's not going to bother, he's going to stay out. He's going to race it out with TNR Philo. Time just falling away between these two drivers. TNR Philo, excellent. Under braking there, the Nissan side by side with Potter as they come into almost. They come into this second corner. Might be able to fend him off defence-wise down some of these corners, but at the start of the straight, that Nissan's just too quick. You can see Potter going defensive into the hairpin. And he'll hold it out to the left here as they come into this second hairpin. You'll just see the time fall away between TNR Philo and Potter apart as they hit this start-finish straight. As I say, the legs on that Nissan. Best runs out for Potter Potts out of that last corner. So TNR Philo though looking to get that position done before the end of the start finish straight. Potter Pot going defensive into T1. Make TNR Philo work for it, but TNR Philo has just swooped around the outside into T1, taking that place cleanly off Potter Pot. He's putting another fastest lap as well at 1:05.4. You need to stop it, Philo. Team Hammercat is still alive. How you doing, Rick? Not seen you for a while, my friend. So yeah, Potter McPot then losing that place to TNR Philo. Just about a second. It's not far off a second, the gap between them. Potter McPot not letting him take it easily. They've got a 13.3 second gap over GT Gr3 in third place. Looks like he is running to the end of this race. 3 laps remaining. Path 46 comfortable in fourth place at the minute. Quite big gaps. So Dory's left the room. His throttle pedal devil. Hellgame's just left the room. I don't know what's happened there. Good to hear, Rick. Well, not the health issues, but they're coming back to MRC bit. You know, not that cold. So NGR Saxo in 5th, B-rated 6th. Rousey and Baba and Diablo right on his rear bumper as they come down the start-finish straight. Rousey and Baba looking for a little bit of a move, just trying to unsettle Rousey and B-rated, which he has done. And that's so B-rated then losing the back end of that Mercedes around there. He's now holding engine and front end damage. That's unfortunate. So Raul just managing to put the pressure on B-rated there. Span off track allowed Raul, Diablo and now JRC to go through. So TNR Philo extending his gap 2.7 seconds. He's got on board with him. So he comes around this fast T1 back up onto the outfield section. Full power down here. Little lift off the gas, let it roll through, back on the power. Again, dropped it to third. Lift hard on the power down towards this hairpin, just clipping this curb, hard on the brakes at the 75-meter mark. Again, careful not to run it out too wide on this one. Easy to do, as you can see. TNR Philo just losing the back end of his Nissan through the double apexed hairpin. A little lift through this left hand onto the start finish straight, making sure not to run it too wide into that wall on the outside of the right. Looking it tight to the left hand side as they hit the start finish straight again. So he's extending that gap 4.6 seconds. We are on final lap now. B-rated just coming out the pits after his pit to repair that damage. Race by Philo, he had to pit early. I don't know whether he had to pit early, but he pit early and it nonetheless. Stop messing about then, Rick. Get yourself back on MRC, although it's, I'm hearing it's not starting until the new year, which is like, I don't know what to do. Philo though having a really good race, 5.8 seconds, that gap over Potomac Pot in second, so extending his championship lead at the minute. GT Delhi B picking up good points in this one though, third place for him. He's still got Path pretty close, he's got to be careful he doesn't just lose it on this last couple of corners. Don't be listening to me, GT Delhi B, I don't want to be giving you commentators curse or anything like that. TNR Philo has crossed the line in first place. Potomac Pot just handbraking it across the line again in second. Good race from Potomac Pot. Fortunate, but losing that place to TNR Philo. So GT Delhi B then bringing home third place quite comfortably. Good race for GT, just running out of fuel almost. And that is Path 46 actually run out of fuel as he hits the line there. Fourth place for him, looking to keep that place from NGR Saxo in fifth. Raul Cien, sixth place for him, little handbrake, made it work for you this time. Raul, that's good. Alright, stop it then. Diablo coming home seventh, JRC just coming across the line then, eighth place for him. We tried the handbrake, but I think he may have pressed the wrong button. B-rated in ninth after that damage at the end of that race. That's a shame. We did have a couple of guys drop out of that one, so Dory's accelerator pedal packed up. And I don't know what happened to L-Game. That'd be interesting to find out. But yeah, some really good racing there. Really good racing. Really clean. Little bit of contact, but you know, Rubbins racing. Exactly, Sean Daniels. Exactly. Oh, I've never seen that before. Maintenance will begin in 6 hours. Be sure to save your game. Alright, calm down. So yeah, that was round 9 of the Next Gen versus MRC versus P1 versus SIM-FX Team versus Team Gr3 event. Make sure you go back and check the rest of the rounds. There's been some really good racing in this one. As I say, there are 2 lobbies. There's the Pro and the Pro-Ams. You have been watching the Pros tonight. The Pro-Ams will be posted up in a couple of days. CJW Racing does post-race commentary of the Pro-Ams. I have been lying to you lot and telling you that no problem people, I'm telling you lot that CJ streams it live, but he doesn't. I've been lying, but you know, I can't get it all right. So yes, for me, I'm back tomorrow for P1 Mazdas, the Thursday lobby, and then racing for P1 on Saturday in the Continental Cup, and then back for Sunday lobby of the P1 Mazdas. They all start at 9 o'clock, all the P1 stuff. And then Mondays I'm back for Next Gen Minis. That starts at 8:30, just like this Next Gen race does. So the Next Gen stuff all starts at 8:30. P1 all starts at 9 o'clock, as does the MRC stuff. No problem, Pav. You had a good race, mate. You had a good race. I thought you were going to make a move on GT Delhi, but never mind. And you're obviously listening when I said no problem, Bags. You're obviously listening when I said you need to work together instead of trying to whack each other up, because it worked, didn't it? You never know, it might fix the corner cutter spar. I don't know whether it is for the corner cutter spar or whether it's the lobby issue, Sean, but yeah, I hope it is the corner cutter spar. That's a bit of a cheat, isn't it, really? So yeah, I'm pretty much going to end the stream there. I am in the process of trying to get some stickers made, because I am creeping up those subs. I'm at 174 now. I did say at 200 I was going to get some stickers made, so I'm in the process of looking into that now. So stay tuned, people. Stay tuned. And that's for all the subs, all the subscribers. You lot are going to get a sticker. You have to. I'll have to figure out how to get you all to contact me and stuff. Don't be blagging. So yeah, that's about it. Hope you've enjoyed what you're watching. I know, Pav, I know, I saw you no fuel on last corner. You literally ran out as you crossed the line, looking to keep the place off of NGR Saxo. But yes, I am pretty much done with the stream. I'm going to just about end it there. My name's darksmoka. I'm out of here just as we get booted out the lobby.